Alright guys, I just thought I'd talk a little bit about M3gan 2.0. I recently went to see it, and I sort of saw that like it's not sort of hitting as well as the first one did, and I sort of wanted to just talk about it a little bit. Like obviously I'm no expert, but I made some notes, and I just thought I'd quickly go over it. Yeah, so M3gan 2.0, what happened? Obviously, I just wanted to quickly mention that, like, um, I'm a big fan of the first one. I really enjoyed the first one. Like, sometimes I'm a bit of a wuss with horror movies. Well, not really, but um, but I remember it well. Like, I remember I really liked the look of this one, and I don't know. I just found this image really compelling, which I'll get into. But really enjoyed the first one. I actually bought the. I actually picked up the soundtrack here on Universal, the Blumhouse soundtrack. It's really cool. I was hoping that the soundtrack would feature. There's like a song in the movie right at the end. I think it's like the future is yours. The future is yours. I really love that, but that isn't actually on this album. But this is mainly the soundtrack, like the horror. Yeah, the horror soundtrack. The mainly like you're just scared, the actual orchestras and stuff. But this is cool. I love that image here. Actually, that's what I'm saying. M3gan is just iconic straight away. She's sort of iconic. That's cool. She's sort of like doing the M3gan dance, and that's one of my gripes with this movie as well. I'm gonna quickly write that in. I think villain is spelled wrong. Villain. She never does the dance, but I'm jumping the gun just because it came to mind. I didn't actually. That is a point. Like, but this is cool. This record. Let's see here now. I like that one of the pictures is. Oh, it's not on it here, but the other picture is really good because it's like the first one. She's kind of when they go to the camp. They kind of put her near the toys. She's sort of sitting with all the other toys. There's like a cool shot of her. It's on this other record here. I'll grab it here. Yeah, this is it here. This is really cool. This is a really cool image of her sort of in amongst all the toys. I just love that. Like, that's a really cool image. That's really cool, actually. I love the artwork and everything. It's just great. Like, I just love the way she looks and everything. Again, she just has this really iconic look. Here it is. Here she's sort of really cool vinyl. Like, really cool kind of splatter color sort of vinyl. But and I'm also a big fan of Ivana. I want to pronounce her name correctly. This was a big draw for me. I really like this person. I said Ivana Sakno. Oh my god. Excuse me. Like, she's, oh my god. She's really cool. She's really got, like, yeah, she's great. You know. I'd love to be in a position where I could hire people like that, like to be in my film. Wow, like, but she can do this. She can do the stare. And she does it she's got this really cool stare. Like, but she does it in the movie. She's a great character. I really liked it. They made this movie for me. But she's really cool. I'm really excited for Ahsoka season 2. I believe they're making Ahsoka season 2, but she's a really cool character, and I just love her look. She's got a really great look. She's absolutely beautiful woman. But I just wanted to quickly go over my notes. So what happened? What happened? So like, I just wanted to say, first of all, I enjoyed the movie, but I didn't know it didn't get the premiere treatment at my local cinema. I saw it. I really wanted Screen One. Screen One is what I want, because Screen One for me is a Dolby, Hypersense Dolby, Arc Cinema, with like this the sort of seats that you can kind of lean back on. It's a really, really, really nice cinema. Screen One is what you want, because that's the big curved like Dolby screen. But for M3gan, on M3gan's release, I think I saw it on Friday night. Its first when it was first released, I got it on Screen 2, but it was like midday, because either they're up against other films, or the cinema knew that it wasn't not a lot of buzz around it. Yeah, it didn't get the premiere treatment at my local cinema, so I never got Screen 1, whereas M3gan 1 did get Screen 1. I saw it on Screen 2 at 2 o'clock midday. Other films got the glorious Screen 1 Hypersense. I think the M3gan 2.0 title is good, is good, like, but maybe M3gan 2 would have been better, and then refer to M3gan 2.0 in the film. That's just a little thing. The people behind the film, and Jason Blum comes forward and sort of talks about the movie, which is really, really good. And it just shows incredible awareness. I'll go into that article now shortly, but this is just a couple of my thoughts on it. Released the film in October around Halloween time. Don't change genres for the sequel, but maybe for M3gan 3. It's more of an action film, so I thought it was okay. But I think they can come back. I think they could come back. They did Amy Donald a big favour by making M3gan taller. She was obviously really good, pleasure to work with. I'm a big fan of her. Amy Donald, yeah, she's fantastic. So they did her a big favour by keeping her in it. But of course, I don't think that was a big deal. The fact that M3gan was a little bit bigger, I don't think that was why the film flopped. But like, listen, I'm not an expert. I'm just shooting the ball here. I'm just some fool online, like everybody else. But like, I want to talk about it. Like, I was very excited. Like, I did enjoy the movie. I did enjoy the movie. But sometimes I think I'm just that happy-go-lucky sort of guy, I'm just happy with everything. Because films are so hard to make, so it is hard for me to say that was rubbish or that was garbage, because I kind of see the goodness. I kind of see where, because it's entertainment. I was entertained. I didn't like that the kids sort of arrived late in the movie and they still had their phones out and stuff. It was at the end of the movie. I could have moved, but sort of sat beside me, had their phones out and all that. That was a bit. I wasn't going to say anything, but that was a bit of a bummer. But going back to my notes real quick, you keep M3gan as a villain, and she does a dance, but she doesn't do the M3gan dance. The M3gan dance. Let's try and find out M3gan. The M3gan dance. The kind of the swinging your arms around kind of thing. This sort of M3gan dance. Let's see here. The M3gan dance. Y'all know the scene, the kind of dance where she's in the hallway.
Don't I look nice? Batting my eyes, isn't it pure perfection? Cute, think I'm polite, stereotype, got your full attention. Things that you can play with me, you better watch your back. The last thing that you hear would be my life.
She does a dance on stage, which I thought was cool, but she doesn't do I think she really should have done that dance. She should have done that dance. But let's see here. But again, that's probably not. That's just a small gripe of mine, but like not really a full blown reason why. The performance of the overall movie, the performance didn't really affect the overall performance of the movie, but it's just a little gripe of mine that she really should have done that dance, and don't have other version of her doing that. Just her on her own, just doing that, because Jason Blum talks about it. Let's see my notes. That's about it. Just a quick note. I said a list. These are YouTube channels that I kind of like. I kind of make a little note of like that. That's why it says gaming channels. I just have I list channels that I like. I sort of, just in case I lose them. Sometimes I discover things, channels that I really like, and I sort of make a note of them just to talk. But yeah, Jason Blum talks about. Jason Blum says the team overthought Megan 2.0. We all thought Megan was like Superman. M3gan 2.0 premiered in movie theatres on June 27th, but it failed to do well at the box office. It opened lower than the first one, which the opposite should happen. It should open way bigger, considering the first movie was a massive hit. According to the Hollywood Reporter, that's this article here. Let's have a look at that. Soul Searching begins at Blumhouse after Cole's streak capped by M3gan 2.0. Not the sequel audiences wanted. Once nearly invincible at the box office, the Jason Blum-led horror outfit is reassessing its tactics after enduring 4 major box office misses in a row this year. Jason Blum, who struck out on his own as an independent producer in the early 2000s after leaving Harvey Weinstein's Miramax, was haunted during those years, but it feared that he would never succeed on his own. That's when he received a DVD of a tiny horror film titled Paranormal Activity, which was shot for less than $15,000, wow, by unknown filmmaker Oren Peli. Blum and others believed the film could be a hit and tried to find it a distributor. One door after another was slammed shut, but Blum wouldn't give up, and eventually helped garner the interest of none other than Steven Spielberg's DreamWorks. Spielberg himself watched the movie and was thoroughly spooked, according to Hollywood lore. Let's see. But by far the most shocking failure was M3gan 2.0, which bombed over the June 27 weekend, and stunned Hollywood, considering it is a sequel to an unqualified hit. Released in January 2023, M3gan, about an AI doll who takes on a life of her own with horrendous consequences, launched to 30 million domestically on its way to grossing 181 million globally, against a mere budget of 12 million. M3gan 2.0, which cost at least 25 million to produce before marketing, opened to just 10 million domestically and 17 million globally. Excuse me. So what happened? Director Jared Johnstone, Blumhouse, and partner Atomic Monster, run by James Wan, decided to go in a different direction and make the M3gan sequel more of a sci-fi action pick, whereby the doll becomes the protagonist in the style of Terminator 2 Judgment Day. Audiences simply weren't interested in the about face. Box office pundits and Hollywood insiders also questioned the wisdom of releasing the sequel in the far more competitive summer corridor. Yeah. Stiff competition. They were up against stiff competition. Insiders at Blumhouse tell the Hollywood Reporter that the soul searching within the company has already commenced. It is absorbing lessons from this tough year and reevaluating its slate through the lens of whether a horror film qualifies as a cinematic event in an era where the market for such fare is oversaturated. There's also a recognition that Blumhouse's ambition to release as many as 10 titles a year theatrically may be too grand, with Blum agreeing that the box office cannot withstand as many horror films as it used to, especially smaller single and titles. Most importantly, a course correction is required in terms of remembering what the Blumhouse horror brand means, with a key takeaway being that what has worked in the past does not necessarily work in today's landscape. Here we go. We are Jason talking. We all thought M3gan was like Superman. We could do anything to her. We could change genres. We could put her in the summer. We could make her look different. We could turn her from a bad guy into a good guy. And we classically overthought how powerful people's engagement was with her, Blum said. Reiterating that the audience wasn't ready to genre swap. And he also admitted to being in pain all weekend. Yeah. I'm not sure is there anything else that could be really good. Yeah, they thought they were being all clever, changing the dates and the genres. The person said, as another horror producer. This was not a sequel audiences wanted, it was the movie that the director wanted. So that kind of mainly covers that. I want to talk about just little things for me. The M3gan poster. I found the M3gan poster one very compelling, with the sort of doll in the corner. In this girl's bedroom, really sort of personal. So it's a compelling image of her in the corner, kind of staring. But this poster is cool as well. This poster is cool as well. It's like a snapshot of different images from the first one, but maybe a more compelling poster would have been good with her sat in the room. But these are little things. These are just my opinions. Like, it is a really cool poster. Like, and I love her different looks. Her different fashion looks are really cool. But maybe they should have kept the way she looked in the first one, with the sort of dress, with the sort of scarf, like, maybe, like, I don't know, like, it'd be hard to kind of judge on how the story could have go. I don't want to spoil major bits of the movie if you haven't seen it. But maybe the new look could have featured the like a dash or a scar across her face, just a homage to the first one. Again, I'm not an expert, but I think they could potentially come back. I just find it very very compelling. Maybe it's the red hair, maybe it's the fact that I have red hair or something like that. Maybe, I don't know. I was just drawn to it. But what else? It is just the M3gan dance. Yeah, because in the film she doesn't really. There's a dance scene and it's kind of cool, but she doesn't actually do that the way she did it in the first one. I think she should have done it that way, but I think I've covered most of it, maybe. But yeah, mainly they should have kept it as M3gan being the villain and the horror aspect. But again, sometimes you have to take chances, you have to take gambles. Like the first M3gan was a bit of a gamble, it worked out. It could have worked out, but in this instance it maybe didn't. So it's just something. It's just that's the nature of art. It's the nature of filmmaking. It's hard to know how to market, and audiences will react to your work. You just don't know. You have to take chances. It's hit or misses. I think they can. They potentially could come back. They took a chance. I did very much enjoy the movie. Like the lit up corridor that they had, and sort of face off against Amelia. I thought it was a really cool scene. That was a really cool look. Awesome sort of imagery. I very much enjoyed it. But these are just my quick thoughts. Subscribe to the channel if you like these kind of videos. Like the video if you like these kind of videos as well. Thanks very much. And I think I covered everything. I always make these videos and think, oh, I should have said that, but excuse me. But thanks very much for watching again, and I'll catch you in another video. So see you then. Bye.